RudeNation, it is the 10th of the month. It is November. I mean, it's Tomvember 10th. Clap, clap, clap. The buttons are over there. Millie is guarding the buttons again. And it is RudeBoyz Top 10 for the month of November, aka Tomvember. And much like Tommy surprised me with a top 10 of a personalized top 10 for April, my birth month, yes. I have a top 10 for Tommy Cash for the top 10 of this month, his birthday month. Let's start it off with a very, very typical Tom thing. The concept of the Tomism. So what a Tomism is, think of like a proverb or some sort of fortune cookie, something you rip out of a fortune cookie, except it doesn't make any goddamn sense. Two of them I have saved actually here. One is, first you gotta drown before you can swim. So, sure, I guess, alright, I understand. Another one is, one hand doesn't wash the asshole. I don't know what the fuck that means. But, you can see, the seeds are planted. You know when you garden, and sometimes seeds take root and they grow? Sometimes these are misfires. They're very funny, though. One was, boys who don't know sports shouldn't throw balls, or something like that, or whatever. Just these random fucking things. I'm sure if you write these down, much like I tweeted them years and years ago, if you write these down and then years later look back at them and be like, wow, yeah, how insightful, how profound. Those are the Tomisms. Another Tom-related thing is something we've coined as a tomfoolery. So what a tomfoolery is when Tom gets it upon himself that he knows something for a fact. And the slightest amount of questioning, either that's the pivot point. That's when Tom totally buckles and is like, nah, I just read it someplace. Or maybe he made it up, I don't know. Or it will still fucking hit the gas and keep going harder and harder and harder. The famous one that I have queued up here is actually topical because it was a Thanksgiving-related thing. This is Tom talking about turkeys. This is one of our Would You Like a Portions on our Instagram.com/RudeBoyz469. So here's the clip right here.
Suicide Squad, man. You want to talk turkeys? That whole fucking movie is a fucking turkey egg. Actually, no. Turkeys don't lay eggs.
Turkeys lay eggs? Of course they do. They're birds.
Turkeys are usually male.
This is the point. Yeah, that's when
I'm at 99% true.
How can turkeys always how are we not all done with turkeys then if it's just one gender, Tom?
I think chickens and turkeys can mate. I think.
That's him doubling down right there.
I could be wrong.
Oh, I could be wrong.
I don't do research. I just report.
And then he backs out.
You just made that up. What I hear here. Oh my god.
So that's a very classic tomfoolery.
That's a good one.
That is the golden rule of tomfoolery.
The golden egg, if you will.
The golden egg, yes, that turkeys don't lay. Some of the things we want to highlight about our boy Tommy Cash, is his passion is usually fueled with rage. So, what do I mean by that?
Guys, what do you mean by that?
Another perfect example. You are not a 3D Zelda enjoyer, which is fine, to say the least. Yes, you played through begrudgingly. To a certain point, Ocarina of Time 3D, because you were like, you know what, I'm going to give it a shot, and you got through the first 3 dungeons. You did the time travel jump, and you got to the Forest Temple. The Forest Temple is where you hit the wall. Your rage quit was you deleted your save. You were done. You were out. Yep. And then you handed it back. And I mean, I appreciate it because it was a game you borrowed.
It did come back in halves.
No, yeah, right. But no, you were like, nope, I am erasing all history. Any sort of record of me playing this game is gone. How you felt about the band Korn similarly, I remember that because you said at a certain point you hated them and then you threw out all your discs.
No, I gave my disc away.
All right, so you removed them from your
library,
even though you liked them at some point, clearly, and then you were like, nope, gone, purge.
Yep.
All right, okay, so that's the rage fuel passion that
I just did it recently with my 30 Seconds to Mars CD.
Well, I mean that's for sure. I mean, listen, don't be canceled around Tommy Cash because he will completely disavow ever liking your stuff. Tommy's an ideas man. And we were just talking about this off air. That I think I do appreciate him for taking the top 10 for at least the past 3-4 years and making it his own. Again, out of the 2 I've done this year. But he has, I think we were at a point where we were just like, what really is the point of the top 10? It just seems like homework. But Tom took it, and it adds to his whole being of an ideas man for the podcast, so I appreciate that. As far as... I mean, that also rolls into another aspect I want to talk about, Mr. Tommy Cash. He's the talent. The talent of the podcast, the talent of the whole RudeBoyz empire, I would say. He brings the jokes, he brings the fun. The dead streams aren't nearly as fun without Tom being here.
Right. Yeah.
Getting his reaction towards things. I wish we could do them obviously more, but that's a whole technical thing,
And life.
And life, yes, of course. That's true too. In addition, another point, how much of a motivational force you are for the podcast. Personally speaking, I know definitely last year I've 100% faltered with trying to get the podcast kind of up and running with my own life and everything like that. And Tom's been absolutely understanding and to the point where he would push me to keep doing it. And it is something I need. It is a good outlet. It's a fun time we have together with the nation, putting it out. It is a fun project we do. So I do appreciate him doing that, especially coming up with content and stuff like that. Like, the Who's in Your Mouth or Put It in Your Mouth, I should say, that we've abandoned on TikTok. But what are you going to do? That's more homework for me. But still, it is ideas. It's content. He likes putting it out. We did 2. And then at a certain... Yeah. It is what it is. Tom is quite lovable with his nerddom. There was one aspect. It was me, Sean, my ex. Tom was there, obviously. We were talking about nerd shit. You talk about Green Lantern. And my girlfriend, my girlfriend at the time, she goes, I thought Green Lantern was black. And the amount, Sean and I could have just turned into dust. Because we were like, we got to get out of here because this is a fucking can of worms. And you did one of the whole all right, young one, let me school you on the history of Green Lantern.
Look, I believe in educating.
Sure.
Not blasting.
No, I understand. No,
if
completely.
you continue to be ignorant, then you're going to get blasted.
No, I understand that, but I think the lovable nature of your nerddom is you won't read the room and be like, oh, it's a different Green Lantern.
Yeah.
No, you're going to be listen, yes, Guy Gardner, da 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 da, Kyle Rayner, da 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 da, etc., etc., etc. Tommy likes to whip it up in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? He gets a little bit of inspiration, especially with Thanksgiving coming up. Tommy's a bit of a chef, man. He's a gourmand. He likes to cook. He likes to make a... he likes to, in the same sense like my mixology, Tommy likes to whip it up in the kitchen or on the grill. Yeah. And I think you did some hell of good barbecues. Dealing with, again, the one barbecue where the fucking patties were like a fucking thick as a quarter. Yeah. Those things burnt up. What are you going to do? Yeah. But I got to agree that, the results are very good.
Thank you.
Tommy's got the jokes. Just right now, earlier today, we were talking about beating each other off on the 1st of December because of Marvel Cosmic Invasion. And obviously, if you don't know what that joke means, you're not a lifelong member of the RudeNation. Nope. But we like to play a couple beat-em-offs every now and then, especially around the end of the year. We do love to beat each other off, beat a bunch of guys off. That's what those beat-offs are.
It's a good way to ring in the new year with some beat-em-off watching balls drop.
That's it, yeah. But I mean, just in general, just some fucking shit you say, my dude. Like, oh my god, like,
I don't know what
grabbing
you're
bags. No, yeah, it's one of those things you gotta be there. Like I've always said, they just need the cameras need to be on us at all times because the amount of jokes coming from Tom is just sensational.
We're a lot funnier when we aren't recording.
This is very true. And then last but not least, Tom has just been... I don't throw the phrase best friend around because I've honestly, growing up, never really had that phrase to throw around. And in my, 20s, 30s, 40s, it seems weird to throw around. But it is a valid term to throw to my best friend, Tom. He's been there with me through thick and thin. Got me through some fucking terrible times. I'd like to think I've at least returned the favor, even just a minute amount.
Absolutely.
But this isn't about me. This is about him. And he's just an all-around good person. I want nothing but the best for him. So, Tom, happy birth month.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Happy RudeBoyz Top 10 for you, my friend. And,
get back to work for December.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck. Yeah, get back. Whoop! I woke up Millie with that. But yeah, Tommy, thank you. Thank you for everything you do.
Yes.
All the jokes, all the laughs. Yeah, I try. And RudeNation, that'll do it for RudeBoyz Top 10 for the month of Tomvember. See you next month.
This has been a presentation of the RudeBoyz Podcast Network.
Oops.